War is a period of situation among or between the countries, generally using weapons, soldiers, and military organization. Economic gain, territorial gain, religion, nationalism, revenge, civil, defensive are the main causes of war. This war is considered as a bad thing due to killing and injuring people, but is also considered as important to innovate the people for good or bad. Ideological change is the most common cause of conflict, but there is rarely only one cause of dispute. Conflicts and ideological change are the roots of most wars. Death, injury, sexual violence, malnutrition, illness and disability, depression, anxiety are the negative effects of war. This also acts as a reason for the destruction of cities and long-lasting effects on a country's economy. This war also goes against human rights and humanitarian law. Because of the innovation thought of people of war, biowarfare and bioterrorism was started. The first biowarfare happened in 1347 at the time of Jinnah's Trade Center in Siriman Peninsula. The subsequent development of microbiology in the 19th century by Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch made the use of biological weaponized agents as possible in biological warfare during the World War I. For biowarfare, virus, bacteria, fungi, rickettsia, toxins, or other biological agents are also applied as bioweapons. Anthrax, botulism, and variola are the most dangerous bioweapons. Many viral agents like Ebola virus, Machupo virus, Marburg virus, variola virus, and yellow fever virus were also used. According to NIT's 2015 report, 16 plus countries such as Taiwan, Canada, China, Cuba, France, Germany, Iraq, Iran, Israel, Japan, Libya, North Korea, Russia, South Africa, Syria, UK, and US are the countries that has suspected of having biological weapons. According to the risk of national security, public health authorities categorize the biological agents as Category A. Highest priority, high mortality agents like plague, anthrax, smallpox, Ebola, Lassa transmit from person to person. Category B. Low mortality rate are moderately easy to disseminate, include glandus, resin, toxin, and Q fever. Category C. These are the emerging disease agents that could be engineered for mass dissemination in future, such as Nipah virus. Some chemical agents like chlorine gas are also used as non-biological substance for biowar. Most virulent antibiotic-resistant microorganisms are also applied as bioweapons. Some bacteria, such as Streptococcus pyogenes, Neisseria gonorrhea, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Acinetobacter baumannii, are applied as bioweapons in future. The effect will be unrecoverable and dangerous as one. So, we have to discover antibiotics against the most dangerous virulent microorganisms and toxins. As like the rapid bioweapon diagnostic methods, we have to develop vaccine before it's used as a bioweapon. Polymerase chain reaction, DNA chip technology, protein microarrays are used as the detection methods. The bioweapon detection method also includes classic procedure of sandwich enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay and signal amplification by streptavidin polyhorseradish peroxidase. Based on the bioweapon, the respective diagnostic method will be preferred. The revolution in genetic engineering and genomics is a coin with both good and bad. Life science researchers have the ability to use that coin only the good side of that. So, when the war is innovated as Biowar, most of the countries prefer biowarfare only because of low requirement of soldier power and weapons cost. Normal war will be handled and recovered by the government, military actions, and international councils for humanity and peace. But this type of biowarfare will be only controlled by the knowledge of life science people. Even the government can also take some actions and necessary steps based on the words from the scientists after a panel of discussion with them. The affected rate are also more than a war in biowarfare. Bioterrorism acts committed by a subnational entity rather than a country. More often, biological warfare and bioterrorisms are used interchangeably. Now, we move on to know about some biowar in history. During World War I, the German saboteurs used anthrax and glanders to sicken the cavalry horses in US and France. Tunisian forces used plague-tainted clothing as a weapon in 1785. In 1763, intentionally, British planned to transmit smallpox to Native Americans during Pontiac's rebellion near Fort Pitt. It is not clear but smallpox spreading during and after the rebellion. Approximately 580,000 Chinese people died because of Japanese bioweapons program by filling the bombs with plague-infected fleas. They dropped these from airplanes onto two Chinese cities during Sino-Japanese War at 1930s and 1940s. P.S.R publicly claimed he had made the anthrax vaccine by exposing the bacilli to oxygen. His laboratory notebooks are now in the Bibliothèque Nationale in Paris. In fact, to show P.S.R used the method of rival Jean-Joseph Henry Toussaint 1847 to 1890, a Toulouse veterinarian surgeon, to create the anthrax vaccine. Smallpox vaccine holds a unique place in medicine. It was one of the deadliest diseases known to humans and to date 2016. The only human disease to have been eradicated by vaccination is smallpox. The smallpox vaccine was introduced by Edward Jenner in 1796 and it was the first successful vaccine to be developed. He observed that the milkmaids who previously had caught cowpox did not catch smallpox and showed that inoculated vaccinia protected against inoculated variola virus. The global eradication effort initially used a strategy of mass vaccination campaigns to achieve 80% vaccine coverage in each country, and thereafter by case finding followed by the ring vaccination of all known possible contacts to seal off the outbreak from the rest of the population. In 1961, the bifurcated needle was developed as a more efficient and cost-effective alternative and was the primary instrument during the eradication campaign from 1966 to 1977. The bifurcated needle vaccination required only 1/4 of the amount of vaccine needed with previous methods and was simpler to perform. The idea to develop vaccine against plague started by Alexandre Yersin in 1895, who investigated immunity against Y. pestis in small animal models in his laboratory. He evaluated heat-killed whole cell vaccination, alternated live strains of Y. pestis, by immunization in animals with repeated boosters. Researchers are the most needed people to fight against the disease, to save the lives of citizens, and to ensure the economy of the city. Life without life science is like an earth without water. The major biowar and bioterrorisms which are caused by biological weapons are controlled due to the discovery of vaccine against that pathogen by the life science researchers. They are not the police force to handle the situation, but they know about the police force of your body, WBC, to take action against the pathogens. They are not a military soldiers to fight against other countries' soldiers, but they know about the leukocyte soldiers of your body to cure the affected soldiers. They are not the health workers to clean the city, but they know about how to clean the human body without pathogens. They are not the doctors to treat patients, but they know to teach doctors about how to treat patients with which type of already available medicines. They are not government to instruct people, but they are governing people to instruct the government about which is the best step to control Biowar. Simply, life science researchers are the most responsible person to control biowar and bioterrorism by their biological research. Health workers, government, police, and medical people, like all the department work, is to control the situation and handle it without any major dangerous effects. But the real solution and full stop for this biowar and bioterrorism will only be in the hands of life science researchers. As per humanity angle of view, war is an most avoidable situation which affects lots and lots of people's lives. War is not a new one. Our ancestors were also fighting with other countries to make war to enlarge their governing areas. But most of the historical proof reveals that success is achieved through agreements and negotiations, not through war and weapons. So, we have to realize the practical situation and avoid this type of war to avoid loss of most of resources and our people. Avoid biowar to avoid humans' life and nation economy. Avoid biowar to avoid single parent child. Avoid biowar to avoid environmental issues. Avoid biowar to ensure humanity. Make possible to spread the peace and humanity all over the world and countries to develop healthy relationship among various countries of globalized. Thank you for watching. Surely we'll reach you through another useful video. Subscribe our channel Biosprinkler for getting this type of knowledgeable information.